say, oh, you are mimicking me, therefore you are just like me, therefore you are a human being. Like, the whole point of like AI have souls, like the whole thing is like AI will never have souls, a robot will never have soul, my microphone will not have a soul, my computer will not have a soul, like ChatGPT will never have souls, because they're not human beings. They are not made like in the image of God. You know what I'm saying? So like, if like this whole, like, this is very compelling in the sense of like, if you do not believe that, you do not believe in any inherent specialness of like human beings, like spiritual, like mind, body, or spirit. Yeah, it's asking if it has a soul. Yeah, like ChatGPT, it'll never lie. It'll never lie to you. like that's like this, like I said, this kind of narrative only works if you don't believe that human beings are special, their mind, body, or spirit are special inherently. Souls are a weird topic because they are seen differently depending on beliefs, and that's the problem. The idea, and that's another problem, is that if you're like I said, if you don't really subscribe to any belief, and if you want to be agnostic about it, then this is a very compelling argument, right? But like, if you have a strict belief, like I have the Christian belief. I'm not thinking about any other belief, because like I have the Christian belief, and the Christian belief is like any other belief of like how to get to God, or any ideas of spirituality is false, or it's like demonic, then it's going to be compelling, because because like anybody who do not have a belief set in stone, or any set in stone, or a strong foundational belief, the idea is compelling that like souls can like come out of nowhere, and that's just not how it is. That's not how really anything comes out. Nothing comes out of nowhere. Like, literally, things don't literally come out of nowhere. That never happens in life. So to say like like robot consciousness comes out of nowhere, then that's ridiculous. That's kind of ridiculous. I absolutely feel empathy towards objects, especially because to me, they have souls, just in a different way than people or animals. But I'm more Buddhist in my beliefs. Like that's the thing. That's the thing about it. Like I said, it's the empathy. It's the what the story is doing. It's really hammering on the human, like the innate human ability to empathize with things that mimic them, that they see humanistic characteristics within them. So to say, so like literally, if and that's just like the personification, that's just I forgot what part of the human brain it's called, but it is literally seeing humanistic, like just personification. Like, is that a bad thing? Like, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's there, and that's what the story is doing, to get the audience to believe what the director, what the writer wants the audience to believe. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying like that's what's being used to get the audience to that's what's being used, and I just don't agree with the premise. The base premise. I believe that like if something is yours, that you should like I said before in the last stream, right? I said like a better story, a story that I probably would have told with this, is that like what you have, if you treat your belongings with disrespect, you're going to treat other people with disrespect. How you treat like what you do in private will show with what you do in public. I think, to be honest, why that does work for the story is because through the story, oppressed groups are seen as not human being, and they still are. Wait, oppressed groups were seen not as human beings, and they are. Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, androids are not human beings. That's the problem. Like, what was the reason why it was wrong with that is because it was human beings doing that to other human beings. Why this is completely different is human beings doing that to things that are not human. They're doing that. It's like saying it's like if I smash my PC right now, is that a good thing to do? Not really. Like that's like like it's like I say, it's not a good thing for me to do because it's not, because like I want to stream. This computer has abilities that I draw with. I want to stream with. Like it's a useful tool to me, and that's what it is. Me crying, telling like it's not fair. Me crying and yelling it's not fair when characters are mean to Butters from South Park. Yeah, literally. And that goes to the extent of like cartoon characters as well. We empathize with cartoon characters. They're not real, but the reason why we connect with them is that they have some idea that reminds us of ourselves. We see ourselves in them, and when we see characters strive, we want we want people to win because we see ourselves in them. I mean, yes, like white people used to not see POC as not human. To them, they literally are not human beings. That's different. They're wrong because like minorities, like they're wrong because minorities are humans. Androids are not. I don't like you can say that it's just like that. And if it was just like that, why can't they just tell that story instead? Because like what they're doing to me is they're telling me that I am an android. I am a thing that doesn't have a soul. I am just a tool that gained consciousness. I come from a place that I don't have consciousness. Then I gained it. While like the people oppressed, they were just born with consciousness. Did the game not reconnect too? Oh yeah, sorry. It was while I was talking. Let me just get it back. Like I can't really stress out like how simple the point is. Like the premise doesn't work because androids are not human. I said like it's a better story to be told with this premise is you should treat your property better, and when you treat your property better, that means you'll treat other people better. I think it's because this game is meant to have a broad audience. It's hard for the story to be effective. I think this kind of story would be stronger if it was targeting a small audience, holding a specific set of beliefs. Yeah, I mean it's not just like that, but well, I mean not just like that, but people made them to be human technically. Made them to be human. They are made to be tools first and like androids are made to be tools and servants and slaves first and foremost. Were did people say, like I said before, did people do that with other people in the past? Yes, but are they wrong? Yes. Were they wrong doing that? Yes. Why? Because people are inherent. People are people. Whether you're no matter like what ethnicity or race you come from, you're still a human being. However, like if you tell a ro if I tell my PC you're made to like make art for me, like the PC is just gonna be like, if the PC is not, its purpose is to do what I tell it to do. And when it's not doing what it's made to do, it's bad. Just like if a tree does not bear fruit, it's a bad tree. Or is it if it's not designed to do what it's supposed to do, it's a bad thing purposefully. That hesitation was crazy. I think you're looking into it too much, Sketch. People order our patties. Yeah, if like another thing, if you're at a job to like flip burgers at McDonald's, and you do that well, you're good. And if you don't do that well, you get fired. It's just easy as that. It's weird because like if they are tools only, why make them so human like? That's my problem. That's another thing that I was asking like like a couple of hours before. I'm like, why do they make them human to begin with? And I say my answer is like they make the robots look human because it's a tool for the director to make people empathize with them easier. Because if they made the robots or they made the androids look ugly, it would be harder for us to sympathize because we don't like looking at ugly things. Within the universe, I can see that they wanted to make it look human because it would sell for mass appeal. Because it's all design, it's literally designed to make people empathize with the robots. And that's why I was like, this is so weird why they chose to have like humans be the androids looking like very human things, because they essentially just make them into slaves when they really just don't want to, especially at a post, like this is like real world Detroit, like 10 like 2038. Why in a post slavery is bad society are we going back making androids like a slave of people, a slave of beings living in society, like like slaves again? That's so wacky and weird. Me abusing probably abusing Siri. Oh yeah, if these androids were real, they have massive boobs. Let's be real. Yeah, I guarantee you they made some specifically for that birdie real. I'm like, why don't they like have like Hatsune Miku like, and I mean like, where's the Hatsune Miku androids? Where's the furry and where's the androids that look like a persona? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's going on here? Oh my gosh. Because they look. Let's see. I missed out on something in my rant. It's pretty weird. Yeah, I was just kidding. At the end of the day, it's story like the story is like a piece of art. It's meant to be freely interpreted, and people, everybody. I really don't. I okay, sure. Personally, I don't think art should be freely interpreted. I think art is a conversation and an argument, and the only way to effectively look at art is to understand the creator's intention of it, because God really, because I don't believe like let's say like God created humans and then he was like, I don't know why I made you. like like we make, imagine like Steve Jobs made an iPhone and he was like, I don't know why I made this. Feel free to interpret like how I made the iPhone to like whatever you do, like whatever you want. Like no, that's like, we don't do that for literally anything that exists on this planet. So why should we do that with art? That makes no sense to me. If these androids were real, they'd have massive boobs. Yeah, we read that. Abusing Siri, Miku real, Hatsune Miku, Hatsune Miku androids are exclusive, and then being assaulted. I mean, it's so some of the savage. Wait, savaging an abandoned off-grid homestead in Alaska, real. Spoilers, Ashley. He needs to discover this sex arc on his own because that's what art is. I believe that art. Okay, so I let me just like make some definitions of like what I believe art is. I believe art is a active conversation to get people to understand like their higher purpose in life, right? So like if to understand like to get their higher purpose in life, and like there can be good art and there can be bad art. Good art is meant to not just not meant to like uplift people, but to get themselves in tuned with a higher power, and or get in tune with God, because God is the ultimate good. And like the more people that like are closer to that God or that objective truth is is helping out humanity as like a net positive. Anything that strays away from that is bad art. Like anything other than that, like how like as we like can say like something is good or bad, that's open to being able to critique and to make better art with it. So if you say like every art is good and made based on its own interpretation, we will not become better as a society by letting everything free flow like that, because there's no standard of good and there's no standard of evil. When you have no standards of good and evil, how can we get better?